Holiness, Bethlehem University is the only Catholic Christian university in the Holy Land. It has been there for more than 40 years. And sometimes I am asked, why is a university that is unashamedly Catholic in Palestine, where there is less than 2% of the population Christian? And my response is, if we go back 2,000 years, when Jesus was walking that land, there were no Christians there at all then. So what was he doing? And I think in St. John's Gospel, chapter 10, he says, I have come that they may have life in all its fullness. That's what Jesus was doing. That's what Bethlehem University is doing. We're seeking to create an environment, to build an atmosphere, to provide an opportunity for our students to learn the skills, to acquire the attitudes and values that are going to enable them to live life as fully as they possibly can, given their circumstances. In the footsteps of St. John Baptist de La Salle, the founder of the Brothers and the patron saint of all teachers, as faculty and staff at Bethlehem University, we are seeking to be brothers and sisters to one another, and older brothers and sisters to the young people entrusted to us. The nature and quality of that relationship is absolutely central. When students walk onto our campus, I want them to know that they are safe, and I want them to know that there are people there who really care about them. I want them to experience our campus as an oasis of peace in the midst of the occupation and the harshness. One of the challenges we have is to keep hope alive. And we want to be a beacon of hope to our students in dealing with their frustrations and their suffering. And as an educational institution, we want to be a provider of quality higher education. So an oasis of peace, a beacon of hope, and a provider of quality higher education. We gather Christians and Muslims, male and female, and we seek to create an environment of respect where we can show that it is possible for Christians and Muslims to live together, to work together, to play and pray together. We want to preach the good news at all times, as St. Francis urges us. And sometimes we use words. But it is in the nature of our relationships, the way we organize our students, the way we engage them in their studies, that we are showing them the good news, that they are precious individuals, loved beyond their wildest dreams by a God who is suffering with them, by a God who is walking with them, and by a God who's calling them to live life to the full. I came from New Zealand to Palestine, and in the time that I have been there, I'm finding it more and more difficult to see how peace can come. And yet there are other places in the world where peace seemed impossible, and yet it happened. South Africa, Northern Ireland, Germany, East Timor. And that is the hope that I hold on to, that somehow, beyond how I can see it can happen, peace will come to that land where Jesus walked. And when it does come, what Palestine is going to need are educated, resourceful, creative Palestinians. And that is why Bethlehem University is so important, because we are helping to create that pool of people who are going to make the new Palestine, who are going to help create that environment where it is possible for people to do what Jesus wanted, that is, to live life to the full. I would ask you to pray that we will have the wisdom and the courage to follow the inspiration of the Holy Spirit as we continue our work at Bethlehem University. Shukran. Thank you.